Oh boy, the NFL, the sport where a pigskin is systematically being thrown, kicked, carried, and deflated by the players. The ball of supper, the dancing shark show, the thrilling experience of a game played on grass and sometimes in rain, mud, snow, and wind. Yes, the American Football League, a hilarious sport that stole the name football from the Europeans. Like their founding fathers, stole an entire continent. A sport where players are armored like riot police and chase after this oddly shaped ball in a mad scramble to carry it all the way to the end zone.
And he'll bust it inside the 20 and the 10, and look at that, he hurdles it to the pylon. Is he in? Is he in? Oh, Carson. Oh, goodness, he landed on his feet. He's still up.
Guys would always run on the field.
You will not run down the field.
Get arrested and
The rules of the NFL are about as comprehensive as your first introduction to algebra in second grade. So confusing, in fact, that some professionals can play their entire career without fully grasping the rules. Each team can have 46 players, with 11 of them being on the field during play. The field is 120 yards long, including the end zones, 53 yards wide, and gotta transport the ball 10 yards every fourth down, or it gets given to the opponents. Safest bet is to punt it as far away as possible, kick it for a field goal attempt, worth 3 points if it succeeds, score a touchdown by carry or throw the football into the end zone. The ref raise their arms in the two-tower salute. Touchdown. 6 point. Kick field goal, you get 1 extra point, or try to go for a 2-point conversion by repeating the same as last time, or fail miserably. Players caught celebrating too much after scoring a touchdown get penalized for having fun. Penalties. As the flags get thrown up in the air if you as much as sneeze in the wrong direction. The refs deliver penalties like they're giving out a State of the Union to the millions of fans in attendance.
Intentional grounding, offense number 7. It's a 10-yard penalty. I'm talking to America here, excuse me. A 10-yard.
They deliver the call like they are addressing a nation in crisis. And sometimes it doesn't go quite as expected.
yes, it was.
Illegal for most illegal offense. If is 7 men on the line of scrimmage.
The referees in the NFL also holds more union power, which would make any capitalist American shriek in terror as they went on a strike in 2012. Got replaced by less skilled referees from the so-called Lingerie League. And the NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell, salivated at the opportunity and just shrugged his shoulders and said,
I can't possibly give the referees a raise worth approximately 0.04% of our annual income. It'll be too much.
4 weeks later, the referees got what they wanted and was back at work. And the other refs gleefully returned to their own league. Now for the fans. The Philadelphia Eagles fans take the cake for being the most craziest. When they won the Super Bowl, Philadelphia basically turned into a war zone. The fans climbed light poles, flipped cars, danced in the fountains, and one superfan was caught ordering cupcakes online. $2 million in damage, and even more in emotional damage. And thank God they won, otherwise Philadelphia City might have turned into a true war zone or a normal day in Detroit. 11 people were arrested. The highs and lows of fans can change by every play, taking them from a mood of celebration to complete devastation. And finally, to the Chiefs superfan dressed up as a wolf, super hyping the team's fan base, never missing a game for years, gambled on victories, sometimes actually won, most of the time not. So he got more betting money by
Chiefsaholic is a career criminal who was disguising himself as a wolf robbing a bank in Texas.
And was then caught by the police. Speaking of the Super Bowl, it's the granddaddy of all sporting events. The NFL season is laughably short. 16 games per team in the regular season, usually played on Sundays, with each team battling it out for a chance to hoist the Lombardi Trophy, an achievement that only a few in the sport can brag about participating in, let alone win. A show that doesn't only promise a game of the year experience, but a halftime show that will get millions more to tune in and millions more complaining online that the show was mid. the Super Bowl shark. During the halftime show of the Super Bowl in 2015, a backup dancer dressed as a shark stole the spotlight while performing alongside Katy Perry. As it appeared, they went on their own dance routine and became an internet sensation. This game cements the team's struggles for years. Strategies, trades, broken bones, and shady dealings behind closed doors, all for the moment of hoisting the trophy. Fun fact, each team pre-print their Super Bowl championship shirts. But as you can imagine, no one expects to lose the final game, so all of the t-shirts from the losing team proclaiming them as champions get sent to Africa to further cement the team's propaganda through the so-called donations. In this world, we find some of the players have their own share of controversies in the past. The famous O.J. Simpson case from 1995, where Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman were found murdered in her home, making O.J. the suspect as Nicole was his ex-wife. Quarterback Michael Vick faced significant controversies in the mid-2000s when he was implicated in a dogfighting operation. He served prison time and was suspended by the NFL, but eventually made a comeback after his release because his stats were just that good and everyone forgave him. And lastly, and the newest, Henry Rocks III got drunk, thought driving and alcohol mixed well together, and caused a fatal car crash with 150 miles per hour, killing a 23-year-old woman who burned to death in the car alongside her dog. He got sentenced to 3 to 10 years in jail, but as with all the silver-haired middle-aged white men in the NFL organization, he will likely be out in a few years and resume his career as if nothing happened. As for the brand and sponsors, the NFL has more sponsors than you have relatives. They got big names like Pepsi, Budweiser and John Pork trying to cash in on the pigskin party. And let's not forget the teams. They got their own sponsorship deals. Like the Dallas Cowboys partnering with AT&T, because apparently even football needs more cell phone plans. The Patriot got Gillette Stadium because why not sponsor a stadium with a bunch of bearded dudes as their primary customer base? I give the NFL a solid 8 out of 10. It is a sport that combines chaos strategy and the occasional touchdown dance into a glorious spectacle, which of course has to be penalized by the ref's no fun policy.
Taunting, number 10.
To be honest, I would have given football a 9 out of 9, but the corrupt team owners' horrible transparency of scandals through the years does tarnish the reputation of the league as a whole, to the point where fans literally boo the commissioner whenever he's on stage. Showing that as much love there is for the sport, it rivals the disdain for the people who run it. So, with a bit of the luck of The Rock Johnson, maybe, just maybe, the XFL can be made great again. But whether you are in it for the game, the commercials, or the halftime show, the NFL delivers enough entertainment to make even the most dedicated couch potato jump out of their seat and enjoy a game of football.
This game had it all.
Yeah.
What did you think of your team's ability to withstand Florida State's impressive comeback?
Yeah, I'm in favor of execution. Maybe our entire team needs to be executed after tonight.
I wouldn't suggest anything like that, but it wasn't World War III.